Happy Friday night, everybody. I'm so thrilled that this day has finally come. I feel like it's taken forever to get here. And I wanted to start off tonight with a very special thank you to the ABG staff. Show them some love. They're amazing. They helped me throw all this together. I know some people pull 15-hour days. So thank you so much to my incredible staff and my motivators. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. And I'm very happy at the very top of this post, if you want to go ahead and go to the first link, it will take you to a document that we put together as well as a special for New Year, New You. So if you miss anything that I'm talking about tonight, you can review it. It's all hosted on the website, FAFSAblaster.com. The links are in the post. So a lot of you guys were asking me in the group, why did I decide to host it on the Ashley Black Guru page instead of, our beloved FAFSA Blasters for Women? Well, for one, we have a lot of male clients now, so I'm super happy that this is going to be the co-ad group. I also wanted to do it on the Ashley Black Guru Facebook public page because we can now share. So each day I'm going to be checking in as I take you through this 12-week journey, and it will be saved chronologically. So that way you can go back and watch it in retro. So you're never gonna miss anything. Also too, we have 1 million people on this site. So I'm gonna just be honest, I'm here to change some lives, okay? So we're gonna talk about that tonight and what all is involved with this program, because it's not just about fascia blasting. It's always bothered me a little bit that 99% of what we talk about is fascia blasting, because that is such a tiny piece of a fascia-centric life. I want all of you to remember that fascia is cells, just like blood cells, just like muscle cells, liver cells. And so anything that's good for your body cellularly is going to be good for your fascia, okay? So fascia blasting and fascia care is super important, and it really anchors this program and ties everything together, because every single thing that we're doing in addition to fascia blasting, the fascia blasting is just going to enhance that. So, we all know how important temporary blood flow is. We've all seen it with fascia blasting, how we turn pink. Now, just imagine being able to accept your oils and creams better because of that blood flow. Imagine being able to distribute the nutrients that you're putting into your body through proper nutrition and all of the other things we're gonna do. Also, the exercise program, all this stuff is just so awesome that we can pull it into one program and use the companion guide to track everything and do this thing for 12 weeks. You guys, 12 weeks is a long time. I've been doing the program, testing it out, kind of seeing what works for me, what works for my schedule, where I can incorporate all of this. I've been doing it for 9 days, and I have to tell y'all, like, hot damn, this program is amazing. Even at my age, I'm 46, hormones changing, all of that kind of stuff, 9 days has already been life-changing. So I can't even imagine what is going to happen with this group, with all these people of different ages from all walks of life, putting everything together, okay? So let's just jump right in. I decided to do something out of the Ashley Black way and somewhat use a script here tonight, because I want to make sure that we cover everything. And by the way, hello everybody. I see you guys all checking in. Lots of Southern California, you guys still have the sun. Okay. So let's just start with the concept for New Year, New You is really about what I wanted to do for my own body. And every year I have to, prep my body and get ready for photo shoots and appearances. And it's certainly not just fascia blasting that I do to prepare for that. So this year I decided I'm established enough in the fascia world nobody's gonna be confused about what we're doing, and we can now jump off and I can share the knowledge that I have with you in all these different areas. So what happened was we wrote the companion guide that goes with our #1 national best-selling book. Whoop, whoop. And I want you guys to actually see the companion guide, because a lot of people are like, do I need it, this, that, the other. Let me just start by saying that you could do this with a notebook, okay? The companion guide is there to make your life easier. It's on Amazon. We do not sell it on our website. It's a new book. It came out just around the time of Black Friday, which is why you haven't heard that much about it, because we were doing obviously some amazing promotions for that. So I decided that this amazing companion guide journal, that I wanted to do something very special with it, and that's when I came up with the idea to use it to anchor the New Year, New You program. So it is, as you can see, very robust. And it really does take you on literally a daily journey, okay? So just to give you an idea, here we're going through, you know, identifying the 4 types of fascia and then doing different tests. And it just makes it easy because you have the body part and then you can rank it, you can check things off. I know you guys are gonna ask, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, yes, you need the book, because this companion guide goes with the book. So it might say, you know, refer to pages 118 to 125 for the position test. And so the position test is not actually in here, but your results of the position test are. And then one of the things I want to really point out with this, once we get, this is the prep. All of this is to prep, okay? So that's super important. There's a lot to do to get ready, which is why I didn't launch this on January 1, okay? I waited till February 1 so that we could all have a chance to prepare. There's a lot to it. So let me just keep on moving down the road. So almost every day we talk about prepping the fascia, what we did for internal, external heat, whether or not you used your blaster oil, all the regions that you did, whether you got your water in, all of that good stuff. And then there's a huge page here. And this was my inspiration for wanting to do everything else. So you have this whole page to track every other thing that you're doing along with blasting, okay? So you can blast only. We all know that there are some amazing results from just blasting. But if you're ready to do something over the top this year, from February 1st through April 25th, which by the way is my 47th birthday. Happy birthday to me. It's gonna be all of you having this insane result. I cannot wait. 12 solid weeks of getting it done, okay? And journaling about it. All right. So in order to do the fascia blaster section of this, I just wanna make sure, because we do have some new people. So I want to make sure that you have the proper tools. And if you notice on the links that I put in there, we have a special for newbies that has the entire package. So I know we have a ton of people who've been doing it for years. So I was thinking this was a great opportunity if you wanted to try to get your boyfriend, husbands, girlfriends, family members, whoever involved, give you a nice 45% discount on the kit that you can do all of this stuff with, and go ahead and recruit somebody to be your accountability partner for all of this. I also made it where is if you do not have all of the items that you need, that you can buy them a la carte as a very temporary special to get everything that you need tool-wise and oil-wise and all of that for 25% off, okay? So I'm gonna go through what you need, bare bones essentials, and then we'll jump into what else you need. I hear you guys talking about my shirt. This says Pura Vida, which translates literally to pure life. And I'm gonna explain more about that, because the motivation behind this entire program is actually living healthier and happier and longer. And Pura Vida has a lot to do with that, so just stick around. Okay, so what I wanna talk about, I already saw a newbie pop up and say, does this really work? I'm skeptic. I totally get it. I even go into comments and say, most things on the internet are BS. I totally understand why you guys are saying this, but the FAFSA Blaster is real. The science is real. I encourage you to go to ashleyblackguru.com/findings and really jump into the science. The book and the companion guide are going to explain a lot of that as well. So it's not a fly-by-night program at all, just the FAFSA Blasting. And then when you add all these other things to it, it's just going to be like nitrox for your body. So what I would say is try it and see how it goes. So when we are FAFSA Blasting, you want to have 3 different types of tools, and some of the tools are dual, okay? So the first thing you want to make sure you have is a prep tool, okay? The prep tool, my favorite, is the Face Blaster, okay? And it is in the kit. It may not be in the kit, I don't know. I think it's in the kit. So we have anything with a little claw, okay? Anything with a little claw is considered a prep tool. So we have 3 prep tools. We have the Face Blaster, we have the Master Blaster, okay? This is the length of the regular FAFSA Blaster. And then those of you who got in on Black Friday, we have the Paddle Blaster. By the way, full body blast today, Paddle Blaster. I was so crunk after doing that. So loving the Paddle Blasters. And no, we don't have any. I told you guys, Black Friday, last chance, so I hope you got it. All right, if not, you got 2 other prep tools that you can use. Again, a prep tool is anything that has a little claw, okay? Once you prep the tissue, you're gonna move into using a bigger claw tool, which we're calling the massage tool, because you can push deeper and deeper down into the muscle tissue. And we have the FAFSA Blaster. We also have the Party Blaster. It's the same price and it's really pretty and has sparkly stuff in it. I don't have one here with me. So I have the Mini 2, which I love because it incorporates 2 different sides, and I'll explain this in just a minute. And then also we have the Mini 1, which is a super versatile tool with the single claw and then the bigger nugget, okay? We also have the Big Daddy, which I do not have here with me. Hopefully by the time the program goes on, I'm gonna have somebody bail out to this country and bring it to me. Okay, so those are the massage tool, anything with a big claw. All right, then we go back, you know, when you're FAFSA blasting, one of the things that you'll learn is that you feel things that feel like gravel, okay? And those can be dysfunctions in the tissue, and that's what we use the refining tools for. So if you have the bigger blasters and you just need the nugget, this is the cheapest one, okay? It's about 20 bucks. And then these tools are refining tools because they have the nugget tip. And we'll go back and use the poke and wiggle technique, which will make a lot more sense to you once you jump in. I see a lot of familiar faces though, so I think most people are getting more and more aware of the process of prep, massage, refine. And if you are an OG, please keep pushing that, because now that we have all these tools, it's just such an incredible process to be able to have all that. So make sure you have one of each, and that's what you're gonna need to do the FAFSA blasting portion. Now, also, I wanna make sure, you know, if it's in your budget, I'm pushing always, because this oil is amazing and it has a fat burner in it that already scientifically proven to reduce cellulite, okay? And that's before you even use the blaster. The After Blaster, I've been using it as my daily face and body cream. It's incredible. It has a skin tightener. It has arnica for healing. So get your oils and creams, or go ahead right now and plan what you're gonna use for your oil. A lot of people just use something organic like coconut oil, and I'm fine with that as well. Okay, then obviously you're gonna need your book and your companion guide. Dun, dun, dun. You can get the book as part of the kit, and then your companion guide is going to be on Amazon, okay? You can also buy both of them on Amazon if you want to make it easier. I don't care. Okay. So the other thing that I noticed that was in the companion guide is that we recommend having a tape measure, because in the companion guide we have measurements. You guys can do scales. You know, I don't do scales. I don't think it's an accurate measurement, but whatever you like. And also you want to have a full body mirror. So If you don't have one, go or have a mobile one. If you notice, hopefully I won't knock this over, I have my little setup over here in front of the mirror because I actually like to blast in front of the mirror. But also mirrors are fantastic in whatever lighting that you can get that shows where you have fascial dysfunctions. It's a part of doing the perception test, which is part of the 5 Ps. And if you don't know what that is, that's why you need to read the book. Okay, so once you get your tools, your mirror, your tape, and all of your oils and creams, and your book and your companion guide, then you're good to go for the fascia blasting portion. So I just have to tell you, if that's all you want to do, you just need that accountability for fascia blasting. Every time that I go live, I will start with the fascia blasting. That way you can drop off. So I see people asking if you can do an audio book. Let me tell you something. I sat in a booth in New York City, no bigger than a sauna, and didn't even go to the bathroom recording that audiobook, so go download it. And feel sorry for me because that was not easy for me. I'm a little ADD. Okay, so if you guys are ready to jump in and talk about some dates. So these are dates I want you to mark on your calendar. So tonight, January 11th, is very big because I'm explaining the program, but it also is awesome because we are going to need new motivators to help us implement this entire program. And for the next week and a half, we're going to be taking applications to apply to be a motivator. So all of that is going on in the private groups. So make sure that you apply within the group that you are a member of. And we're actively recruiting OG blasters that regularly blast, but are also interested in other fields or are experts in other fields or enthusiasts in other fields, such as herbal medicine, Ayurvedic, any type of body work, even traditional medicine, physical therapists, yogis, Pilates, nutritionists, anyone in that realm of what I'm about to tell you guys about. We're looking for you if you want to be a part of it. And I really want to make our social media social. I want these groups popping off and us helping each other. So very excited about that. All the details are in the private group. So make sure you run over if you're not a member of the Fascia Blaster for women or Fascia Blaster for men or any of the break-off groups, because that's where you're going to find the information on the new Motivator program. So that's going to be going on for the next couple of weeks. Now, we do not launch officially until February 1st, but for the next 21 days, we are going to be ramping up. I'm already in full swing trying everything, okay? So I think this is where you try some of the components, you see what you like, you start to put your calendar together. It's amazing. This place, we don't even have addresses or CVS or anything like that, so I made my own calendar. So what I want to do is over the next 21 days, I want you fully set and ready to go with something that's realistic that you design, okay? I'm not going to design your program for you. I'm simply going to help you architect it, implement it, and stay accountable for the next 12 weeks, okay? So hopefully my assistant is bringing me a bigger calendar. I actually do kind of like to color and write and put stars. So if you're that girl or guy, you know, do it however you want. Some people keep it on their cell phone. I can't look at technology. But anyway, for the next 21 days, we're going to be working on getting our calendars and our programs set to launch on the 21st, okay? Leading up to that too, I know I've already seen some of my staff watching tonight. A lot of us are so motivated by this program that we've already, you know, cut out caffeine, cut out the drinking, bread, you know, not watching television, all the things that kind of go along with this program. I call it fix the stupid. So if you ever see that in any of our literature, fix the stupid means we know that drinking too much is not good. We know that chicken parmesan, fried chicken with cheese and noodles is not good. You know, there's certain things that everybody knows. You know, we need to exercise. We need to eat right. We need to eat from the earth. You know, we need to blast. We need to hydrate. So what I'm saying is fix the stupid right now. So if you have something that's been your nemesis for a long time, you got 21 days to change that habit before we start officially, okay? So I want you to get a jump start on that. I also want you taking your pictures. So Julie Chilberg was kind enough today, while I was super busy, to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just show you, because pictures is the best way to track your progress. It's probably one of the most accurate measurements that you can do. So we wanna get you from the same angle and the same lighting, and you can use your timer on your phone and take a great picture of yourself. But what we're looking for is full body pictures. We want to see you like this: front, side, and back, okay? And then you can also zoom in on any of the places that you really want to work on. I know for me, I really want some definition in my arms. Being a surfer makes me very bound, so I'm going after those, going after my stomach, going after my feet. It's going down. So I took all kinds of pictures. I'm more than happy to share my progress with you as you go. The other thing that we're gonna want, because you guys have all been on the internet, they instantly come in and say, that's not her, the lighting's different, the angle's not the same, she photoshopped. Okay, so we're gonna do like what we did in the Heart Butt Challenge and do videos, okay? So I want you to send me your video. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because we're gonna edit those side by side, and I think you guys are gonna see results like we ain't ever seen before. And I hope my body's one of them. So, all right. Next important date is every single Sunday after we launch. Now the launch, just so you know, is on a Friday, February 1. But on the following Sundays, because this is a 12-week program, I'm gonna be bringing in one guest per week to share the Facebook Live with me. And I'm not gonna reveal the guests tonight, but I just have to tell you, these people are scientists. They are authors. When they say they wrote the book, they literally did. We also have some stars from within our group that you guys will recognize that are experts in their field. So it's not just gonna be me. I am not an expert at everything, okay? I'm an expert at fascia, and I'm definitely an enthusiast and a participant in all of these other things that we're gonna be doing. So I wanted to just mention, yes, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So for the 10 weeks. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, which I believe is February 26th, the day after my birthday, we're gonna wrap on the 25th, and then we're gonna announce the winners on the 26th, okay? Now this is very, very exciting because we have some incredible prizes. I'm gonna reveal them over the next 21 days, but let me just say this. The grand prize involves, let's just put it this way, you're gonna need a passport. You're gonna have to be ready to meet me, and you're gonna have to like cash, because that's what the prizes are gonna be. Then we're also gonna have 3 runners up. It's all about, you know, did you change what you wanted to change? And I want you to 100% set your goals, not just to change your body, but to change your life, okay? This is the start, all right? Or it can be. So if you're brand new to everything, we've set up a special group for you. It's called the 101 group, New Year, New You 101 group. So that means that in the newbie group, you will do a little piece of every single thing on this list, and we'll guide you through. So if you've never tried these other things, what I would say is go ahead and pick that group, and as you evolve and you want to be more advanced, we can toss you into the groups where the people are, you know, really avid and more advanced. And I'm going to be participating in all of the groups, okay? Our special guests that are appearing on the Facebook Lives, they are also going to be guest starring within their respective groups so that you can interact and talk directly with them. I mean, it's going to be quite the soiree, let me assure you. So let's talk about really quickly what led up to this point, because I think people know my general story, But I just want you to know that, you know, I'm not an Instagram model. I never set out to be a YouTube star or anything like this. I've had like quite the journey to get here. And the things that I'm teaching you really come from the passion that I have in my heart for helping people. So my snapshot of my story is that I was born with what we think was juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. It took 4 years to diagnose me. And, you know, as a kid, that's your normal, right? So I didn't know that I was crippled or that this arthritis thing was terrible. I just knew that I had a gymnastics meet to go to and this was interfering with it. And what I developed was really like a disdain, not so much for the medical community because they've helped me a lot over the years, but what I developed was a disdain for somebody trying to determine my fate. Meaning, you know, oh, Ashley, you're going to be in a wheelchair by the time you're 25, or, you know, you need to take these shots and these drugs, or you're not going to be able to, you know, get through XYZ, or your bones are going to degenerate. So even as a kid, I kind of had that, all right, well, that's what we know so far, but what else? Okay. And here I am, 46 years old, and I still have that same, we'll call it a bad attitude, but I think it's a very good attitude to have, because we all get handed down, you know, death sentence with our health from time to time. And I just want you to know that there is so much more that you can do about it. There's so much more you can do mentally, spiritually, physically, and I'm going to try to incorporate all of that into this. So if having juvenile arthritis was not enough, when I was in my 20s, I went to have my daughter, had this insane amount of pain. Nobody could explain it. I ended up back in the hospital. It turns out I have a bone infection that had eroded parts of my spine and pelvis and hip. So I'll just flash forward. That was several months in the hospital. IV straight to the heart. I still have the PICC line, scar to prove it. And ended up having a total hip reconstruction, including a custom prosthetic. So you wouldn't think that if you saw me, because I have spent the last 19 years overcoming that. And my goal for New Year, New You is not to just be in shape. My goal for New Year, New You is to be an athlete. I want to be a very good surfer, and I do not want to have any limitations in any workouts that I attempt. So very happy about doing this program because I know that it's going to get me there. So that was my 30s. Nope, that was my 20s. Bone-eating infection is what I wrote in my notes. It's like having bone cancer or something awful. It was the most painful thing you could ever imagine. So every pain that you guys, you know, you say it feels like fire when it does this, it feels like gravel when it does that, I feel like a brick, I feel all these things that you feel, I have felt, believe you me. I've had pretty much every pain sensation that someone could have. And so this program for me is about conquering all of that without any chemicals whatsoever. So that's really exciting. If anybody is looking to pull back on the amount of medication that they take, this may be a great opportunity to try some things. Again, I'm not going to design your program. I'm going to show you the way, and you decide for yourself. All right, so after I was able to heal myself, I almost instantly jumped in and started helping other people with their fascia, and it led to, it was insane. I mean, within just a few months of doing it, I was being flown to work with professional athletes. I was like, doesn't somebody else maybe know this information? Why me? And after about a year of questioning that, I just decided, you know what, this is my place in the universe. And it landed me smack dab in the middle of helping lots of really famous people working on movie sets and just having an incredible career. But it always bothered me that I couldn't get to more people. And that's where the inspiration of the FAFSA Blaster came, is where you can treat yourself and then I can give you the knowledge, and I'm not actually right there trading time for money, which is such an incredible freedom for me. And I'm just thrilled about where my career has gone. And that's pretty much been my 40s. But what was so impactful about my 30s is that when you work with famous people, you meet their people, meaning you meet their chiropractor, you meet their trainer, you meet their nutritionist, you know, and you get this network of people who are totally behind the scenes doing these incredibly innovative things. And that's the information that I'm going to bring you in New Year, New You. Okay, enough about me. I just wanted you to know where this program was coming from. It is little secret weapons that I have encountered along the way. All right, so this is the point. I hope you guys already downloaded or are looking at your PDF. I'm gonna just walk you through the components. Make sure that when you click the link that we gave you, that you end up here. Can you guys see that? New Year, New You with Ashley Black. Okay, this has really, if you just go ahead and turn it off, you're just gonna miss hanging out with me because this literally has everything, okay? So we just go through what you need and then we're gonna go down to the components. So y'all ready? So we are going to start with how and where do I begin? Okay, this part gives you everything you need to know about the dates and which groups to join. Don't worry if you can't see it because you can pull it up right on your computer. Just click the links in the post. All right, so picking the components. So obviously the first thing that we're gonna start with is FAFSA Blasting. Everybody needs to be FAFSA Blasting. That is the thing that anchors this entire program. I would encourage you to join the women's group or the men's group for that one. And I'm gonna take you through, if you guys saw the companion guide, you literally just have to check off body parts. And we mix it where you pick your areas that you wanna focus and you'll do those more often. And then we're also going to be doing full body blast. Okay, so I'll walk you through all of that. Then, super important, I just actually saw a post about it today, is what brings it all together is the entire system of fascia. Remember, it's all one piece. And so I designed the Fascia Yoga. It has a free app. All you need is the ball right here, the Fascia Yoga ball. I'm gonna end up dropping my laptop on the floor. Okay, so you need the Fascia Yoga ball, and the Fascia Yoga app is on either smartphones or iTunes, okay? It's free, you go download it, and then we are going to have a group. It's already formed, and everybody in there is gonna be all about the full program, because within my program, I'm gonna be doing fascia yoga once a week, full body, and then I'm also going to be incorporating portions of fascia yoga in my daily routine. So say I'm working on shoulders, you know, with weights, I might incorporate blasting of the shoulders as well as the fascia yoga components, okay? So if you're not a member of the fascia yoga group and you wanna know more about it, head on over there. All right, the next thing I'm super excited about is the tonics and nutrition. I can tell you this, you can change your life by what you put in your body. And the tonics are kind of high level. So I wanna show you one that I made today for inflammation, okay? This is a combination of turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and habanero, okay? I was gonna shoot it right in front of you, but I found these awesome little reusable plastic cups, and I line my tonics up, and I've enlisted the help of my amazing personal chef that has always helped me prep for photo shoots. She's gonna be a special guest, and she is also gonna be leading the group, giving recipes, answering questions, you know, but this is an amazing way to incorporate, you know, Chinese herbs, things from the earth, and getting those things in your body on a daily basis. I'm super busy, so I really love just taking the shots. You do it in lieu of your caffeine in the morning. You know, if whatever you're experiencing throughout the day, you just grab your potions and your tonics, and it's like having a chemistry set, and it's super fun. And also, Jerica is going to be she's my chef, she's going to be helping take us all through the nutrition program of our choice. Now, I'm gonna tell you, for me, I went ahead and chose to do something close to a Blue Zones diet. So a Blue Zone, which I am now living in, is a place where people live to be 100 plus and healthy. So it's a lot of eating from the earth, fixing the stupid, and you know, doing that within a specific time frame. So you can follow along and eat exactly what I eat if you want, because I'm gonna be posting it every single day. Or you can choose to do ketogenic. You can choose to do what I call the red, green, and yellow, which is basically don't eat this at all, eat a lot of this, eat this sometimes. So I'm gonna be letting you pick your program as far as your nutrition, but we'll be taking you through that in the tonics and nutrition page, as well as the ketogenics page if you decide to do ketogenic. So really excited about that. The people who wrote the ketogenic Bible are actually a guest and are gonna be jumping in there. So it's really all about finding what works for you. And I can tell you, for me, you know, I used to jump on a contest diet, which I'll post. It's called the Get F diet. I'm probably going to rename it, but that used to work like a charm for me. But as I get older, it's more about putting things in that I need, and I have to be a lot stricter because now you're dealing with hormones and stress and some other things. And I'm seeing people posting in. Normally we don't even allow people to post other programs, but at this point I don't care. If you're in that group, I want you to post what works for you, and I want people to have exposure so that they can use that to go ahead and make their calendar and decide what they're gonna do, and then we're gonna be journaling about it in the companion guide, okay? So tonics and nutrition for that one. The next component, I'm skipping balanced diet because we just talked about it, is cardiovascular, okay? I'm the geek that reads everything, okay? So you talk to an old school bodybuilder and they're gonna tell you you need steady heart rate. They do cardio twice a day, morning and evening before a contest, 155 beats per minute, which I call fat burning cardio, okay? You're just in that middle zone. I can get my heart rate at that level walking. You know, some people have to do more, but it's more of a steady pace. So we're gonna be talking about that quite a bit. And I'm also doing high intensity interval training, or also known as HIIT training. And I'm gonna be doing a combination of both. So for anybody that's like, this one's better, that one's better, you know what? We're gonna do it all. We're gonna do both. So just join the fitness group. And again, all of this is right here, okay? So just go to the link in the post and you can go right to it. All right, very, very important for sculpting your body. We've done a little bit of resistance training with the heart butt. I am a biomechanical expert. I'm also bringing in another biomechanical expert to help me, that whether you're doing cardio or HIIT training or resistance training, it's very important for fascia that your body be aligned and functioning properly and neurokinetically firing properly. So we are gonna be taking you through a resistance training program that reflects that. Now, I went ahead and got some hand weights. I'm also gonna use the ball. I'm gonna be doing some body weight stuff. And I've enlisted the help of our longtime motivators, Kelly and Robin, who already run a fitness group. And so there's gonna be a lot of hoopla going on in there, but it is important as part of a New Year, New You program to get on that strength training, to maybe overcome injuries, maybe sculpt your body, whatever your goals are, we're gonna be doing resistance training. All right, next is something that I am learning so much from, which I've gone full on weird, you guys, okay? Like I'm working with the shaman and meditating and all of that kind of stuff. Meditative yoga, it's incredible. It really helps you to get centered and be balanced. And so I'm bringing in a woman named Talia, who's an Ayurvedic practitioner, and she is gonna help us make the bridge. If you've never meditated, never shut your brain off for 5 seconds, and you don't even know where to start, because I didn't. I was like, I don't know how to chant. So we're not even gonna go in that direction. That's something that you can do as you become more advanced, but I'm gonna try to make it something that is attainable, chewable, and something that you can incorporate in your daily life. So if you're interested in the meditation piece, go ahead and join the meditation group. And this is something that I'm gonna be doing a full hour of once a week. And I'm also going to be doing little mini meditations daily. Lauren, I didn't know that you teach meditation. I think you should be a motivator in that group. Love Lauren Oho. Okay, and then last but not least, I wanted to just kind of loosely introduce the idea of higher thinking, because at the end of the day, this program is not about depleting. This is about taking care of yourself. And in the Blue Zones books, they talk a lot about, you know, what we perceive is going to make us happy is statistically not what actually makes people happy. And they put it together in a really easy way to understand living with purpose, pride, and pleasure. So I'm bringing in all types of life coaches and experts to help us run that group and help us to get our minds right. So if you're looking to get out of an unhealthy relationship, and I don't necessarily mean with another person, but an unhealthy relationship with food, an unhealthy relationship with your self-talk, an unhealthy relationship with your whole approach to healing, then this is a really good group to get in. I have a very strong lead in this group, and it's going to be incredible when we start wrapping our other goals in life with our goals in terms of fascia blasting and all of these other components. So I really hope that everybody will join. I love, Molly Fraser says quantum pause. I can tell you this, I'm one of those people that reads tons of books. If you went in my cabinet back there, you'd be like, Lord, Ashley, I have stacks and stacks of books. And what I've really learned is that, whether you follow something more churchy, or whether you follow a life coach, or whether you follow Blue Zones, or whether you follow the Tao, whatever you're following, we're all kind of saying the same things, which is get your mind right, make sure that you're living some sort of purposeful way with some sort of higher power guiding you. And when you have that all in line with what you're doing, it just is going to be like fuel to this incredible program. So I also just believe if you don't have your mind right, this is going to feel restrictive to you. You're going to focus on, what you're not able to do instead of what you are able to do. And I want to make sure that we make that shift for you. All right. Last two categories. We are going to be incorporating intermittent fasting, if you like. This is something that I've been doing that I absolutely love. It sounds a little scary because it sounds like, I'm not eating. It really just means that you are doing your food within restricted time periods, and then you fast overnight. So I eat between noon and 6, and then not again until the morning when I'm doing intermittent fasting. And I love it. First of all, are you busy? You don't have to do breakfast, which is really nice. You get into that fat burning zone. I'm bringing in an amazing author to walk us through this, and if you want to incorporate intermittent fasting, you can. So I see some people are like, no, can't do this, can't. So remember, this program is what you design it to be. So you can do it all, or you can do just the fascia blasting, or you can pick from these groups a la carte, okay? This is for somebody who's really wanting to jump in, okay, and do the full Monty. And I hope that even if you start off in the 101 groups, that you'll really latch on to something that works for you, makes you feel amazing, and then you want to advance it, because 12 weeks is a very long time to change the game. All right, and last but not least, it's very frustrating for me. I'll go and do a live feed with one of my colleagues. Specifically, I'm thinking about Jacina, who helps me with the media in terms of presenting the fascia blasters. And then we cut and we're like, oh my God, I love cupping with this. Oh my God, I love blading with this. But we've been really focused on just trying to get everybody going on fascia blasting. But now I'm gonna reach out and tell you about more things that you can do body work wise. So we are forming a group for cupping and blading. And if you don't know what that is, I have to tell you, I do not have my blades yet, but I can introduce you to cupping. Normally I don't do brands. Let me say this, I am not promoting this brand, meaning like I'm not getting paid to promote this brand. I love these cups. They're super simple. This is what they look like. It's only 35 bucks on Amazon. That's really good. So you have a cup, and then you use this to basically suck the skin and the fascia up into the cup. It's an amazing prep for fascia blasting. Where my girls at Beyond Bound, guys at Beyond Bound, cupping is a great prep. It's also a great flush at the end. So we're gonna be teaching you how to use cupping as part of your program. Blades are, to me, kind of like, they kind of look like a chopping knife, and you just run them up and down your body. What they are in Ashley Black world is gravel finders, okay? So I'm hoping somebody can post a picture or a link to either of these products, because we're gonna have a girl who is a licensed massage therapist, Jacinia, take the group through adding these components, and this is something that obviously you're going to have to go ahead and purchase, and so we want to be able to give you that time to go ahead and get that if you want to incorporate that with your program. So let me make sure I didn't miss anything, but I don't think I did. All right, so those are the different components. I hope your brain didn't explode. What I want you thinking about when you leave this is, number one, I want you getting your photos together. Number two, I want you to start thinking about what you want to use for your calendar. Then I want you looking at the components that you want to incorporate and go and join those groups. And then I want you to start to get your supplies together so that you can be very successful with this. And one of the things that I always coach when I'm doing any type of motivational speaking is that we need to remove the obstacles. So whatever is stopping you from blasting or these other components, how can you address that obstacle? So that's actually in the prep, in the companion guide, but I just want you thinking about this, because I can tell you little stupid things can actually railroad your program. Like, for instance, I have a belly ring, and I have avoided doing my stomach because I'm too lazy to take the belly ring out, okay? So I have a solution. I've bought a smaller one. It makes a clicking sound, but I remove that obstacle. I also sometimes might not blast because I don't want to get the room dirty. So I have sitting out all the time, right in the middle of my living room, my mat with my towels. Okay, so these are just little obstacles. Think about the things that rob your time. Because if you do the whole program, trust me, I've been doing it for 9 days. It's time consuming. And you have to be really committed to embracing this new theory into your life. So, what can you start to eliminate now? Is it time on social media? Is it time in front of the TV? Can you combine, your television with your resistance training? Or you got to just start figuring out what works for you. And we have everything from high school athletes to moms to busy CEOs. And if you're going to do this, you're going to have to really do some planning. Okay? I also want you guys thinking about your space in which you're going to practice all this. Like in prep for the meditation, I'm designing what I want my meditation zone to look like. If you are somewhere cold, which I've seen pictures of snowy places today, you really want to plan your heat source, okay? So if you don't know what you're going to use for heat source, you might want to use a closet in your house and put a space heater in there. You may want to put on a sauna suit and do some exercise before your blast. But the whole point of me telling you all of this stuff is you've got to look at those obstacles and what could potentially get in your way and try to go ahead and solve those things. Like I saw today on the page, a woman invested in a sauna for herself, and she had kind of set up her little room. If you're not going to go to the gym to get your cardio, what are you going to do? Do you need a new pair of shoes? Those are the kind of things that I want you getting ready for, so that when we actually launch on February 1, you have everything that you need. Okay? All right, guys. I know that was a lot, but thank you. I have watched our count, and everybody stayed till the end. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned. Let me leave you with one thought. I see a lot of familiar names, and just remember that we're recruiting new motivators. We're basically having tryouts for motivators. I think it's an amazing thing to be a part of, is helping somebody else, advance the way that you have. So if you have special skills, talents in these areas, we would love to have you as a motivator. So go to your respective groups and go ahead and start trying out for those positions so that you can help me along with my staff and along with our awesome motivators that we have to really help implement this program and change some lives, you guys. So good luck. This is not the last you're gonna hear from me. I'm gonna be on the ABG page daily, okay? Whether that's my program, a teaser, a supply list, a live feed of what I'm doing, starting now all the way through April 25th. That is a huge commitment, and I'm doing it because I really want this year to be the year that I take my game way to the next level, and I want to take each and every one of you with me. So please share this video, grab your friends, grab your family, and let's do it all together. Good night, everybody.